Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. So today we are going to do some Batman Day giveaway. Basically, we're going to give a whole bunch of codes, and the codes will give you the style that you're seeing right now, the Future Crusader style, and also it's going to give you I forget what's the other stuff. It's going to give you 5 proto bank bots and 5 R&D scanners. And to do this giveaway, we have our little friend over here, that girl from AU, and we have our friend Johnny Blaze, aka he used to be Flashpoint Batman. So how are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Johnny seems to be
That's
focused
good.
on casting his spell, so we won't bother him too much.
At least he's now
Yeah,
looking a little Batman-y. It's looking good.
I was gonna put something else on, but I can't find it, so oh well.
Oh. No,
That's
no,
all
no,
right.
I think you look good.
So tonight we'll give
Anyways,
about 250 codes, maybe a bit more. And I'll probably do another giveaway for Sunday. Basically, some of you guys were mentioning that you can't make it tonight for whatever reasons. Some of you guys were working, some of you guys just couldn't do it. So I decided to split the giveaway in 2 giveaways so that everyone could sort of get a chance to be able to get a code. So we are going to do one video tonight to give away roughly 250 codes, maybe a bit more, and we'll do another one Sunday at noon to give the rest of the codes. So Azar, I'll be busy giving away the codes. Tonight, we're just going to talk. We're not going to play missions. We're going to talk about life, the universe, and probably Batman Day. We'll see how it goes. But most of the time, I guess our friend that girl from AU, Shattered Shadow, will do most of the talking with our friend Johnny
Oh, no, that's not
Blaze. Well, you and Johnny, not just you.
good. I will
And
apologize
oh
to your
no.
audience in advance.
And speaking of that, I will. Oh, just a minute. I will finish my settings on YouTube. So while I do that, guys, what did you think of Batman Day so far? Give me your first impressions.
Do you want to go first, or
Um,
will I? I don't mind either way.
I'll take a go. So
Sure.
for me, I am not complaining that we got the cowl, but I will say that I'm disappointed that we didn't get the things that most people have been wanting. The emblem, the circle, like the oval, and I am sad that if out of all the cowls they could have given us, they didn't give us something closer to the Arkham style. No, I'm not saying I'm not grateful for the one we got. I still think it's a great addition. I just wish that we would have gotten something more highly requested. Um, but overall, I think everything's okay. I like that they're celebrating through the missions. That's kind of cool that they added a currency with it as well. Gives us something to grind. But that's about it for me.
I'm, I feel like some positive things and some negative, I guess the same as Johnny. I like that everyone got the cowl because I know a lot of people have been wanting that. I agree about the emblem. I think that would have been nice to have that as well. I do think the cowl is a little strange logically because of how big the spikes are. I don't know how much crime you'd be fighting with those in the way, but I'm glad that it's there for everybody. Um, I also like the gameplay. Like I like all the levels that they're putting us through at the moment. I think they're really fun. I do wish the currency dropped a little bit more frequently than it does, because it's been a little bit of a deterrent for me. I go to play and try to load into some things. I don't play just on here, so on some other places where I'm playing, obviously less people are on, and I'm not likely to get into the raid some of the time because it's a little bit dead when I play, or there's not enough people playing. So I'm a little bit disappointed that if I want to get the cowl, I basically have to pay for the currency because it's a little bit difficult for me to get on other consoles other than here.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have too many accounts and too many characters.
It's not about having too many accounts. It's not. It's about not having enough people on the particular servers where I'm playing. On
Okay.
here is probably the only server where I'm able to get through them really quickly and easily. Other servers, it's a little bit more tricky and have to wait quite a while for some of them.
Yeah, I guess.
Switch is impossible.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Hey, someone wearing the cowl.
Yeah.
Looking good.
So before we get started, just a hello to Jay Wolf, Frenelations, Brina Appelt, Ben Maharaja, Red Knight. Hello, MA Tasting Stories by Golden. Hello, Spider M. Hello, Sergeant Snugglepants. Snugglepants is here for the codes. We're going to start giving the codes in just a minute. Mr. 2D. Hello, Mr. Skelts. Yeah, we will talk about Batman. Solarkin. Arielkin. Hello. Gusty87. We're starting to repeat. Justin Hubbard. Happy Batman Day to you too. Who else is there? Okay, so how it's going to work is that basically there are going to be codes that will appear in the chat. Sadly, it's first come, first serve, so the first person who can grab the code will be able to get the code. But there's going to be a lot of codes, so odds are you guys should be able to get at least some of them. We've done that like that before, and it did work out well enough.
Hopefully with 250 it goes well.
Well, I did there's one time we did the 300 and it went fine, so I don't see I don't foresee any issues. The only issue is that hopefully everyone will be able to get a code, but it could happen that maybe some people will come in late and won't be able to get a code. We'll see. Also, to answer a question about the big ears, basically it comes from the comics. There was this there's this artist Kelly Jones.
I thought it was vampire one.
Yeah, sort of. There's Kelly Jones who drew the Batman at some point. I know his work mostly from Vertigo. Before that, I think he worked on Sandman, and he did draw the Batman for a bit. He did draw the regular Batman comic for a bit. He did a couple of storylines, but also he did the Vampire Batman story, which is pretty much became a trilogy. It started as one Elseworld comic. It was a Batman Dracula Red Rain, and then it became Batman Bloodlust or something like that. And then it was the third one, I think, was called Crimson Mist. And some people were wondering why are they giving us that specific headpiece. I think it has to do with there's going to be a trade paperback coming out October 8th with pretty much those three storylines in that trade paperback. So I guess they're trying to do some sort of cross-promotion synergy thingy by giving us the call, and they'll give us the trade paperback a bit later with that storyline. But I could be wrong. It could just be a coincidence.
Well, you got to think what's around the corner too. Halloween. So
yeah.
It kind of makes up. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of two birds with one stone, I guess. So that's the idea behind the big ears. Basically, they're pretty much reproducing the way that Kelly Jones was drawing the Batman in the comics. Although there's also Bernie Wrightson did give us some pretty big ears. And of course, there's so I've seen some guys recreate the Arkham Knight Batman in DC Universe Online in front of Little Bohemia. So that's going to be another option. And some people did suggest also that you could recreate the Batman from the Justice League cartoon. He did have some pretty big ears in that cartoon as well.
Well, I will say they look really cool. Were they ever used in any practical means? Or are they just for looking cool like a cape?
No, it's just
people's eyes out.
It's just a cool thing.
Be smart. Oh.
It's just a cool thing because even the way he drew the cape, he draws those huge cape with a lot of weird, not texture, but a lot of weird folds into it. So it's mostly a stylistic thing.
Fair enough.
It's like
There's
Spawn of the.
There's a lot of things that are stylistic that I look at and I'm like, that doesn't make sense though. And this is one of them.
Well, it's like Spawn with the huge cape. It makes no real sense, but it's just made like that to be cool.
Yep, I understand. I'm definitely one of those people who cares about being cool. Oh, you look so good, Blaze.
Oh, you convinced me. You convinced me, Shadow Lady. You're going to be in charge of reading the chat and sometimes stop us. And if you need to answer a question in the chat, that'll be your job tonight. How does that sound?
Oh, thank you. Yes, very good. Because I get nervous and then I mess up and then I don't know what to say. So having things to read helps. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've got Gond. the codes don't expire, but it is one per person.
They do expire actually.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. You have until December 31st, 2024 to use the codes. So people should be able to use it no problem. But you never know. In case someone decides to keep the code maybe for an alternate character or something, you may as well use it now.
Then. Yeah.
Although I suspect people will use it right now, so that probably won't be an issue.
Yeah. If you save it, other people are going to nab it, so that would be not a very smart thing to do.
And if somehow you see me post, sorry. And somehow if you see me post the same code twice, it could happen. The Excel sheet I have the codes on kind of is glitchy a little bit sometimes. So go ahead.
First I was going to ask, is that the first time they've ever done that, put an expiry on the codes?
Probably not, but they probably didn't mention it before. Especially in this case, like they probably assume like as soon as we put the code in the chat, people will put the code in their game, and they'll get the rewards right there and then. So the expiry date doesn't really matter. I guess it's more for the content creators. Like they basically gave codes to they did give code to Eve, to Obsidian Chill, and probably something else I forget. So just to make sure that we gave those codes before December 31st. Otherwise, after that, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, it's unlikely anyone's going to save them, so fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure why people would save them, but I guess just to be safe.
For those of you who are asking, you redeem the codes in the marketplace. I don't know if you definitely have to put the hyphens in between, but I did when I put in codes last time, which was a while ago. Do you need to put the hyphens in, Multi?
I have no idea. It's been I can't recall the last time I did use some codes. It was a long time ago, so I couldn't say. Try it without the hyphens.
I highly recommend putting... Sorry.
The last time I tried, I just put the numbers in and it worked, so...
Okay. Sweet. There you go. Maybe both work.
Also, if some of you guys want to join us, we're in the House of Legends. We're in phase, don't even know, phase 5.
I have no idea.
So put on your best Batman costume and come and join us if you want to. But again, tonight, we're not going to play missions. All we do is we're going to chat, and we're going to give out some codes. We'll talk about, obviously, Batman Day. We'll talk also about the next DLC. Some of you guys were asking also about the new artifact. The new artifact is going to be Omega Beam. Basically, it's going to give us a new ability that allows us to recreate the Omega Beam from Darkseid. But there was some issues still with the artifact, so I don't know when it's going to be available. The first thing that comes to mind is the cooldown. It's supposed to have like a 4-second cooldown, and it has like an 8-second cooldown. So right there, there are some issues with the artifact. So I'm not sure if they're going to release at the same time as the DLC, or maybe a bit later if they still have some issues to fix. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. And we don't know also when they're going to release the DLC just yet. Did you guys were you guys able to try out the DLC on the test server?
I have. It's my first time on the test server doing anything, and I ran through it all. No, not it all. I ran through all of the open world and the solo. I wasn't able to do the alert and raid because I was late to the game because I got test server much later than everyone had been on. So, but yeah, I have run through the content.
Yeah, at some point, people pretty much don't run the 4-player or the 8-player missions anymore. So yeah.
I expected that. I got on late.
You have to be there pretty early on to be able to play those, and even then, personally, I don't play them. I want to have at least some new stuff when I play the DLC when the DLC gets released. So usually I'll play the solo stuff on the test server, but for the group stuff, I'll save that for when we actually get the DLC on the live server, so that I do have some new stuff to look forward to. But that's just me, I guess.
I don't know if that's just you, and that's fair. I like to play things with a fresh perspective and not look things up. Like if you or Obsidian Chill or someone else puts out a video of something that is new content, I try to not watch it until I get to play it myself because I want to do it fresh without knowing anything.
Sure.
And I only got the test server because my brother was trucking out a laptop, so I could not have played right at the start when it came onto test. I had to wait till later because that's just when I was able to get on test server. So, has Johnny played it?
Nope, because I am banned on PC, so...
Oh, what did you do? Is that something we should talk about? Maybe not.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, the chat has moved, but oh, here we go. Gusty87 asked, "Do these work on the EU PS?" They do. They work on every single console and on every server. So Switch, Xbox, PC, PS, UK, sorry, EU or US. You're all good. You can put them anywhere. Oh, apparently I'm Queen Australian. Thank you, Richard. He said, "Yay, multiverse and Queen Australian Xbox lady."
There you go. It's a new title.
That's my new title. It's getting longer. I won't say no.
No. It's pretty easy. No.
Yeah. No, I won't because I like it. You know.
Okay.
But I thought Australia had the same queen as everyone else. I'm all lost now.
Sorry.
I thought Australia had the same queen we have here in Canada and the British.
That's true,
Al-
but I can take
although-
over.
although now we have
It
King.
says I'm the Xbox queen, though. Xbox, you know.
Oh, okay. Although now we have King Charles, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah. It got complicated after she was gone, I guess. Do the codes work
Fair
in
enough.
alternate universes? I guess that's still a yes from Scalps.
It should work on all platforms and
Yeah.
all the servers. So if somebody doesn't work, odds are it's because someone else did grab the code before you did. So try the next code. There's going to be a lot of codes, so hopefully everyone should be able to get a code.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
We'll see how many viewers. If you get a bunch of people on, you might not be able to get everyone one. You're already at 100 or something people on here, so.
Well, the first time we did give out codes, there wasn't enough for everyone, but then they gave me some extra codes later on. So hopefully we were able to cover everyone, and that's why I'm doing another giveaway Sunday, in the hope of trying to cover as many people as possible. Like right now, there's people who are maybe still at work. There's people maybe because of the time zone who cannot be here tonight. There might be other reasons why people can't be here tonight. So hopefully they will be able to be there on Sunday. We'll see.
Sweet. Red Knight said, "Multi, do you like my Batman style?" I have to say, I like it. It's really dark and shadowy. You look awesome.
Oh yeah, there's some pretty cool Batman here.
Yeah, there's awesome Batmans here.
But don't ask me to give you
Everyone beats me.
don't ask me to give you a rating. I don't do that. I did that once, and it created a whole bunch of chaos and pandemonium. I'm not doing that anymore. Basically, people expect
It's
people expect you to say, "Oh, it's an 11 out of 10," and if you say like it's 8.5 out of 10, they'll be insulted. So I don't do that no more.
oh, so rude.
I don't do that for Styles. I don't do that for Lair, because sadly I saw people being you tell people your base is at 9.5 out of 10, and they get insulted because you didn't say 10. So I just don't do that.
See, I have no problem.
That's
I
fair
have no
enough, I
problem
guess.
telling them.
Yeah, you can tell me I am clearly a 0.1, so because I don't look like any Batman. Oh, JLA member said he can only listen at the moment, but wanted to say hello. Hello.
Hello, JLA.
Oh, and Puzzled Hypo Shroom. That is an awesome name, can I just say, gave me a smile. Said that she likes, or he likes, Johnny Blaze's name, which is absolutely fair.
Well,
that is the original.
Yeah, when you can get original names, usually there are people who are a bit green with envy, because it's kind of hard to get an OG name in DC Universe Online for a whole bunch of reasons.
That's
And
why they do
I
the
got all
pay
the Ghost
for it
Rider
later
names.
thing when they... Sorry?
I got all the Ghost Rider names. All of them.
Nice. You've been
You
here
hoard.
too long.
I just
probably.
logged on exactly right away when they did the name reclaim. I got them all right away. So
Oh, well done. I've never
I
been
got lucky.
involved in a name reclaim before. It seems a little
Yeah, that's pretty
hectic,
cool.
and I'm not the kind of person who cares. So I'm glad I'm not involved in that, because people seem to get very stressed.
No, there's nothing to be stressful about because once we do get the name reclaim, at least for a short while, it gets really, really easy to get a good name. Right now, it's challenging. You try to get a good name, and you could spend easily 2 or 3 hours to try to get a good name now. But when there's a name reclaim, it'll take you 2 or 3 minutes to get a good name. So it really does help if there's a specific name you have in mind, or if you're just trying to get something that kind of sound cool. And suddenly at this point, pretty much all the cool sounding stuff are pretty much taken, or you're gonna have to try out a lot of names before you find a cool name that maybe is not taken. But with the name reclaim, it speeds up the process quite a lot. So I remember some way back when I would create new characters. Sometimes I could spend 3 hours trying to come up with a good name, but with the name reclaim, within 15 minutes, I had all the names I wanted.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'm
Like
glad
the,
you don't stress about it, but I've seen other people, they were not on this console, I will say. It was when I was on Xbox. But when they did the name reclaim, some people getting very stressed out about trying to be the first to get specific ones.
Well, I wanted to get the multiverse, and I had to settle with the multiverse, which is fine. There's that and the
It
Phantom.
suits you.
I really wanted
I think
to
it
have
elevates you.
I really wanted to have the Phantom name, and I was able to get it. Because one of the things that people don't like or are a bit frustrated about is that very often when you look for a character in the I'm going to say wave docs, but it used to be Wave Docs. Now it's how's it called? Where you can go to look up characters. Anyway, sometimes you look up a character and you see that the character is like level 4, never left the Brainiac ship, and has a cool sounding name that you cannot use. So some people were a bit frustrated by that. But the name reclaim did allow people to be able to get a cool name that maybe was still on the Brainiac ship that no one was using.
Which is pretty kick-ass. I've got to say, there are so many awesome looking Batmans here. And a Black Canary also looking awesome.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. I haven't scrolled, but I feel like I should because your comments are getting very numerous. But Ruthless Knight said, nice video of the test server 2, by the way. Sergeant Snugglepants, awesome name again. I got the Future Crusader style box from my code. That is correct. That's what you get, plus
Yes.
some extra little bits and pieces. Oh, dear. We've got someone, Sked? Z-K-E-D? I got like 8 of the codes. Wow, that is a lot. Congratulations, I suppose. We've got people asking again what the codes are for. Hopefully the previous comment helped, that you get the Future Crusader
Yeah,
style box.
it's for the style that I have right now in my character. So if you don't have that style, it's a style that comes from the very first time capsule. So it's quite possible that a lot of you guys have that style. But if you're a somewhat new player and you missed out on those time capsule, and if you did not buy the style from Booster Gold, this will give you an opportunity to be able to get the style. There's also going to be 5 proto bank bots. Is it bank bots or broker bots? I forget. Just give me a minute.
Yep.
I think it's banks. I think.
Come on. There's also 5 proto bank bots and 5 R&D scanners. The R&D scanners are pretty useful if you don't have the Batman ally. And the bank bots, it's always something good to have.
I think that the Batman ally is a really good thing that they put into the game, being able to do that. Saves anyone needing to use those, but you do have to do a little bit of leveling with him if you really want to use that.
Well, it's easy enough to get it to rank 6. And once you get it to rank 6, you can see all the stuff on the map. So yeah, you don't have to max it to take it to rank 10, because afterwards all it does is that it gathers collections a little bit faster. That's pretty much all it really does.
Yeah, which is good if you're trying to speed through some stuff, I suppose. We have Red Knight, who is agreeing with you, Multi. He is fine about no ratings. I don't know, I think I'm kind of on Johnny's side, as long as Johnny's the one doing the ratings and he cops all the blame for the choices, and then you and I, can just walk away free.
No,
I love the blame.
I see that as a lose-lose scenario, so I just don't play. It's like
I don't mind it.
it's like that it's like that tagline in war games, like the only way to win is not to play.
I have no idea what that's from.
War games. It's a movie from the 80s.
Oh, that might be why I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
you gotta remember he's a dinosaur, so.
Well, it's one of the early
Oh, yeah,
movies
I
with
forgot about
Matthew.
that.
It's one of the early movies with Matthew Broderick. Surprise!
At least he's an adorable dinosaur, though, you know? We've got Lone Wanderer 93. How about Black Canary Day? I mean, at least then I could dress up as something with my female characters, you know? Because I could have done Batwoman, let's be honest, but I love purple too much.
I mean, you could have done Batgirl then, if you like purple.
That's true. That's true. I should have done Batgirl. Ah, thanks. Now you tell me. I didn't think of it, honestly. I just started messing with all the styles of Batman stuff and came up with things I like, and then added things that aren't Batman at all, like the Raven legs.
sadly, there's only so many days they can do, and so far they seem to be focusing on the big three: Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Like Wonder Woman Day is supposed to come back in November, I think. Um, there was also Flash Week way back when, but we didn't get Flash Week for a couple of years now. So I don't know why they stopped doing Flash Week. It was something that kind of gave us something to look forward in February. But someone somewhere decided that it wasn't worth it.
Aw. I guess Batman is. Actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence because I'm sure I'll get a bunch of hate if I say that sentence. Let's just go with I like Batman more than I like Flash. But other people can disagree with that. That's perfectly fine.
Well,
I agree.
the Flash TV show really pushed the Flash forward. It really made the Flash
Oh, I
popular.
agree. That's why I'm being careful what I say.
But sadly, in the same breath, the Flash movie, pretty much like the last couple of seasons of the Flash, but also the Flash movie, almost put an end to that.
I haven't actually seen any of the newest Flash content.
did.
I'm so far behind. So far behind.
Well, for the Flash, I would say watch the first three seasons. These were really, really good. With the season, I think it's season 4 where they added Ralph Dibny, Elongated Man, and they decided to turn the series into a comedy, like to make it very goofy. And it was the
Yeah.
beginning. It was the beginning of the end afterwards. And then there was a season where it looked as if they were trying to replace Flash with Nora, his daughter from the future. So it was a bit of a mess afterwards. There were still a few episodes here and there. Like the crossovers were pretty much pretty good, except the last one, which wasn't really crossover because all 5 episodes were happening within the Flash series. But
You're like an encyclopedia of DC knowledge, Multi.
well, I watched a lot of. I read a lot of comics, whether DC or Marvel, and I saw a lot of the shows.
Yeah, and you absorb the information though. Sometimes I watch things or read things and they don't stick in my brain later. And people will be like, "Did you like that?" And I'll be like, "Yes." What was your favorite thing? I have no idea. I just remember liking it. So I'm glad you retain the information way better than I do.
Well, it happens.
Mine is like the opposite of helpful.
There's a lot of stuff that is not very memorable. There's some stuff that I know that I saw, that I know I read. I don't recall anything about that. But usually there's some memorable stuff that is easy enough to remember. And especially the first 3 seasons of The Flash, those were so good. It's very easy to remember those. Uh,
Yeah.
for Arrow, the first 4 seasons were pretty good. And I remember at some point, because I saw all the seasons of Arrow, and yeah, it wasn't as good at some point. But then when I tried to watch it, the last time I tried to watch it, there was Arrow on Amazon for a bit. So I figured, okay, let's rewatch Arrow. And once I reached season 5, I couldn't go any further because then I realized that, yeah, starting with season 5, it's the beginning of the end.
Fair enough.
But the first 4 seasons of Arrow were pretty darn
Yeah, I
good.
think you recommended that to me one time when I was asking you what I should watch if I was going to watch content.
Sure.
I remember you telling me the first 4 seasons. I think my
Well-
brother agreed.
Well, also,
Then it starts to decline.
also it was available on Amazon Prime at some point, so it was easy enough to be able to watch. Like right now, they have I think it's Smallville that they have right now, so I don't know if Arrow will come back at some point. That's one of the things I hate about streaming is how they rotate shows. Like if they put Arrow, it should remain there forever until the end of days. Sadly, at some point we have Arrow, at some point we have Smallville. There was Flash at some point, but it's been a long time since I saw Flash on Amazon. So I'm not sure if they even still have that sometimes.
I wouldn't know because I've never used Amazon at all for anything.
Well, it's convenient. Like I was using it, obviously, like a lot of people to get free shipping. And no, sorry, I got a bit sidetracked here. Okay.
Too many codes. Yep.
No, it's just that the Excel sheet jumped on me, and I wasn't sure what the next code was supposed to be.
Oh, which one you're up to? Yeah.
But anyway, so
you want me to go back to the comments?
No, that's fine. So a lot of like a lot of people, I got Amazon Prime for that, and then I remember the first time I got Amazon Prime. There was this show, The Man in the High Castle, that was added to Amazon Prime. So I thought, all right, I'm going to be able to watch that. And then when I tried to watch it, oops, it wasn't allowed in my area. So sadly, early on, I was.
That you're currently watching.
I did watch. I did binge Frasier, but I think that was on. Not sure if it's on. Because right now I have three services. I have Amazon Prime, but there was also I think it was Paramount Plus where you could get it for 3 months for like $4.99 or something like that, or $3.99. So I got that as well. So I'm not sure if Frasier is from Amazon Prime or Paramount Plus. And there's another service also that I got for 1 month, which not I wouldn't recommend it. But well, I binged Frasier recently. There's a Rings of Power. I watched the latest episode, and holy crap, is it not good?
Oh, that's a nice deterrent for me to never watch it. I'm the kind of person who, if I'm consuming content, though, I like to get a little bit, like, go all the way through it. So one of the reasons I haven't started Arrow is because I'll get 4 seasons in and be like, but I have to watch to the end now because I started it.
Well,
and even if it sucks, I probably will want to continue just so I can say I watched all of Arrow.
I wouldn't say it sucks, but I saw a lot of people who had issues with Arrow, and that it took me. It's only when I watched it again that I realized, okay, I understand why they have issues with that. And I would say it sucks. The show is watchable. It's just that at some point they did what they keep on doing for the past, I don't know, 10 years more. Is that they take like Arrow. You would think that Arrow would focus on Oliver Queen, on Green Arrow. Suddenly, at some point, it pretty much became a team book. It no longer was a TV show with the one guy. They built a whole team around him, and then they used the same formula with Flash. You have Flash, but you have Team Flash. Who else did that? With Black Lightning, you have like the whole family. They couldn't make a show just with Black Lightning. They had to include the whole family, and that.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was okay at first, but after a while, holy crap, did you get tired of that? Especially if, like at some point, you had the Team Arrow, which was his sister was quote unquote the new Red Arrow. You had our boyfriend Roy. You had who was there? Dina Lance, who was Black Canary. So they had built a team, and then at some point they got rid of that team and tried to replace it with a new team. And I didn't like the new team very much. I kind of liked Wild Dog. I kind of liked Mr. Terrific a bit. But the new Black Canary, Dina Drake, they had at the time, holy crap, I didn't like her. So they kind of fell into this formula where they had to have a group, and sadly at some point they changed the whole group, and the new group wasn't as fun to watch as the old group.
I think a lot of people take that standpoint too, and agree with you.
And
I can't speak to it.
And then at some point, I think it's season 6 or 7. At some point, the season starts with Oliver Queen in prison, and for the first 3-4 episodes, it goes back to focusing on Oliver Queen. And that right there and then I realized that holy crap, I missed that. Like, why can't we have a Green Arrow series with Green Arrow? But then, of course, after half a dozen episode, they went back to the whole team formula. So, But for a few episodes, they did focus more on the Oliver Queen, but sadly it didn't last.
You know
And,
far
uh,
too much about this,
and they added also Vigilante to the show at some point, only to sort of be a fake out. Like it wasn't really Vigilante. Yeah, he kind of looked like him, but it wasn't him. The same like almost same as the Vigilante we have in Peacemaker. Like yeah, technically it is Vigilante, but not really.
fair enough. I also wouldn't know. Johnny, you probably know more than me.
It's like they ripped off Deadpool and just put Vigilante's suit on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Don't rip off Deadpool.
Too late.
Love Deadpool. We have Spider M, Absolute Giga Chance. Thanks for the codes. Gond. Oh, Australia Queen have a king. I have not yet found someone who can put up with me. Nightcrawler, wish I could join my power out from the storm. I'm so sorry, that's horrible. I haven't had a storm where my power has gone out to that extent, so hopefully that's not going to happen. Red Knight, there are 2 imposters who are not Batman right now. I think there are more than 2 imposters, actually, in this group now. I've got some Supermans down the front there. Superman, I don't know. Skelts or Skelets, I'm not sure on the pronunciation. I had a great name until they merged the servers and then I lost it. I can actually relate to that one because I had a league name on my Switch. I realized not many people play on Switch, and yes, I realized probably poor decision, but I had a league name that was Poetic Justice and my villains were Poetic Injustice, and I lost both of those when they did that as well, so a little bit sad. Not quite as sad as losing the name of a character, though. I will say that's kind of heartbreaking. I'm kind of curious what your name was, though. Nightcrawler 8503. I have Martin Lee, name legit. Awesome! I don't know who that is, but I'm just going to assume that's important, and I'm going to go with awesome. Is that awesome, Multi?
Spider-Man. It's a Spider-Man villain.
Oh, sweet! I wouldn't have had a clue. Thank you, Johnny. Storm Goddess, I'm glad I got all my real names. Well done! Congratulations! We've got Gond again. Name sellers bug me. That shouldn't be a thing. I actually felt the same when I first found out that was happening. I only found out the very most recent one, that was even a thing at all. And I'm not really interested in it. I don't care what my character names are. I just like playing with them, making them look the way they're meant to look. And I figure if I'm trying to make a character, I'll know whether people can tell based on whether I did a good job styling her. Doesn't really matter to me whether the name says it or not. So I kind of agree. Actually, on my channel, one of the first things that happened was I had someone accusing me of being someone who stole names from other people, and I had no idea what that meant, and found out through that message that I got that it was something that happened, that people that they eventually sell the names out every once in a while so that people can get the legit names. So yeah, personally I don't particularly like it, but I also don't really care so much. I figure for the people who it matters to, they're probably the people who should have an opinion and not really me. And Multiverse seems to like it, and it's his channel, so we should probably just all go with what Multi thinks.
Well, I'm not too big about name sellers, but sadly, if there's a market for something, someone will find a way to make a buck with it. So it would seem that there are people who are willing to pay for names. So people grab names and then they try to sell them. Personally, I don't do that, but if people want to do that, sadly, we can't stop them from doing that anyway. So there's no point losing any sleep over that.
Ooh, Ruthless Knight has a really good question.
Sure.
Do you think they will rework the League buffs to make them permanent? I have never even considered that.
I don't think so. They're using that as so that we use our prestige.
Prestige, yeah. That's an interesting thought, though. I never thought of that.
It would be nice because it gets annoying having to renew it every 30 days, I think. But I don't think it's going to happen. And it would be nice if they reworked the whole system, like even the mainframe system. Like I hate having to go to the mainframe
Oh, so do I.
Well, not so much going there,
And
but
reset it all
like
the time.
sometimes you're halfway through a mission, and then oops, your supply drop no longer works, or your henchman, you'll only get two henchmen.
Yeah,
So I'm like, ah man. So I
yeah.
hate when that happens. Also, when you have a
Mission
lot of
is nothing
characters,
but
it's annoying. You're trying to keep up the mainframe running for all your characters. So
yeah.
so I wish they would
I
revamp the
have.
system. Sadly, whenever we ask for something, even when they end up giving us what we're asking for, very often they don't really give us what we want. So
Reminds me of a genie. They grant your wish, but not the way you want them to.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Or people also may use the monkey's paw as a comparison.
Yeah. I have
We
too many characters to keep track of that too, so it's something that happens to me a lot. Is that it just drops, and I have to go back home every time to try and fix it. It's frustrating.
we have some cheaters. We have some Superman, some Flash, some Wonder Woman. How dare they?
I'm not even anyone in particular, and you're saying something bad about them. They're
That's okay.
definitely sneaky. That's all right. They can be, with me, unless they don't want to. Then that's fine. So can't judge me. Awesome name again. Is asking, is a name reclaim coming?
Not that
I
we
have
know
no
of.
idea. I don't
There's
think so. Yeah.
usually it's something they do if they have to merge the servers or something like that. Uh, as far as I know, there's no such thing coming up. But sadly, I know a lot of people seems to think that I have a lot of information. The devs don't tell me anything. Usually, I get the information pretty much at the same time as you guys do. And the exception to that may be on the test server. Sometimes we might get some stuff ahead of time, but it's really a once in a while thing. So sadly, I don't have any top secret information to share with you guys. At this point, you guys know as much as I do. Uh, it would be nice if they did that once in a while to clear out the dead names or the dead players, I guess. But they don't unless they have a specific reason to do it. They're not going to do it. So unless they're planning to merge, I don't know, the Xbox servers with the PlayStation servers, we're not going to
Oh,
see
I hope so.
we're not going to see a name reclaim anytime soon.
I can see that the amount of people who are playing on Xbox is so little compared to both the EU and US server on here. I'm kind of hoping a merge is coming.
Yeah, but sadly, sadly PlayStation has some fees. They charges I don't know X amount of money for the to merge the servers
Yeah.
or for crossplay. That's what I was looking for. So
Yeah, for crossplay.
and it's a weird situation. Like way back when Xbox was pretty much the more popular, PlayStation wanted to have crossplay, and at the time Xbox felt they did not really need it. And then when the roles became reversed, then Xbox wanted to have crossplay, and PlayStation not so much. But at some point, PlayStation did agree to have crossplay, but there are some fees involved, and from what I understand, the DCUO devs they don't want to pay those fees.
Yeah.
Now I don't have any
Understandable, I
official.
suppose, because it doesn't really benefit them at this stage.
I
It'll
don't have
only benefit
any.
them if the Xbox players start dropping off.
I don't have any real information about that. It's something we kind of sort of heard through the cracks way back when, so it might not be true or it might no longer be true. But as far as I can tell, that seems to be the main reason why crossplay is not an option.
Fair enough. We have Mr. 2D asking, I wonder who can make the wackiest Batman suit in the stream. I'm looking forward to seeing if anyone takes him up on that one. That sounds fun. We've got.
I think
Can't
the
Judge
multiverse
Me.
already has it.
I can't see Multi. Where is he? Oh yeah, I see him. You look so short next to all these other Batmans.
Yeah, it's because I use the medium body size.
So do I. I always do.
I usually
Have it
save the
now.
bigger body size for like a bigger character, like maybe Thor or
Yeah.
someone like that.
Killer Croc.
So, oh yeah, Killer
Yeah.
Croc, yeah.
Yeah.
So usually by default I go for the medium body size.
Yeah, or unless you're making a kid, then you make something. Mind you, I don't know that you have done that. As far as I know, you don't have any Teen Titans, but we'll see.
Well, I don't like the sprite body size. So the head is too big. I don't like using it. But I do
Yeah,
have
that's fair.
I do have Kid Flash, and what I did I just used the smaller body size. Like I did that for
Yeah.
Flash,
I don't like the
Superboy.
sprite either.
Well, the proportion are weird.
Yes, I
They,
agree.
they're
I
they're
would use the small, but it's always athletic.
the proportions of the sprite are messed up. Although the proportion also the bigger body size are a bit messed up. So,
Yeah,
but for the sprite, I really don't like it. The bigger body
that is
size,
fair
I
enough.
wish the arms were a bit shorter and they didn't have chicken legs. But what can you do?
That is fair. We've got Can't Judge Me saying, love the Batman ally. Me too! I also love the Batman ally. We've got Alexander Hernandez. I can read, I promise, just not well. Saying that he got a code, so well done. We've got Maha texting stories by Golden. That's a mouthful of a name.
It's all right.
Says that he can't get his game to load, which is a little heartbreaking. And I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully you can still get a code. If you can't get the game to load, it's probably going to have them all disappear. He'll have to go to your next stream.
Sunday. If it,
What time? It was midday, wasn't it, on Sunday?
yeah, I'll aim for noon. Noon seems like a.
Yeah.
I'm going for noon for a few reasons. One of them is that usually people will have sometimes family activities or supper with families and friends on Sunday night. So let's and also Monday morning is people go back to school, they go back to work. So doing that during the day seems to be a better idea. But we'll see.
Fair enough.
We'll see how it works.
And it's good that you're giving people opportunity 2 times as well. So if they couldn't make it here, they can make it there. So hopefully, if you're not able to get into your game now, come back for his other stream, and you might be able to grab a code then. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Also, it's for the time zone. Like right now, I don't. What time is it where you are, Shadow Lady?
9:45 in the morning.
See.
And you're at nighttime, right? It's like 7:45 p.m.
And from what I understand, for people across the
Yep.
Atlantic, it's like 1 midnight or 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
So
So trying to accommodate everybody. You're so sweet. That's why you're called Gentleman Multi, you know?
I try. I do what I can.
Well, John CF in the chat agrees. He said, great job, Multiverse, on your channel. See, smart man.
Thank you.
Ibrahim Assad said, just keep trying until you find one that hasn't been used. So for anyone who's struggling to get a code, just have to keep trying because people are quickly grabbing them up. So you just kind of have to be first in, best dressed. Type as quick as you can. Oh my goodness, someone's giving me a laugh counter. I'm guessing it's for me because I never stop laughing. I'm apparently at 142 at last count.
Don't let the villains win.
I'm not at all insulted by that, okay? And it just went up to 143.
I think you and Ashika are gonna have a competition later on who can laugh the most.
Oh well, Ashika already sends people across to my channel if they're wanting to do a base tour on a console other than PC PS. So,
Wow.
we're friends. I like her. And yes, I agree, her laugh is amazing. And infectious. And she does great content too. Some of those bases are absolutely insane. Really makes me feel bad about mine. Oh, apparently someone is shouting, tell everyone to move so we can see multi or something of the sort. I don't know that people are going to listen to me, but I can try. Hey everyone, move so we can see multi?
That's
I
okay.
don't know, I feel like multi could just jump to the front.
But I'm just wearing the Future Crusader style, so it doesn't really matter. Basically, I did put this.
recently got that one.
Well, I did use the style so that
the
people could
time
see.
capsule.
I did use the style so that people could see what they're getting with the code. So basically, this is
Yeah.
the style you're getting, guys.
There we go, right at the front. Nice.
It would be nice if someday they gave us a style, an exclusive style, or at least a rare style, like, I don't know, the enhanced Black Lantern style or something. Maybe someday, we'll see.
Yeah, it would be nice if it wasn't so many repeats. I feel like everything that's coming up is just repeat all the time. Wouldn't mind something new. Which I will say the cowl is new. The Batman cowl, I don't mind that.
Yeah, one of the worst repeat, sadly, seems to be the mutant style. It would seem that it is going to be the style, one of the 2 style we are going to get with the next DLC.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. The
It, it,
headband, is it a headband with like diamonds on the side for the non-elite version? I think that's a little excessive.
I'm not sure.
I went through the styles when I was at the vendor. They still have Aberrant set for the elite style for the newest content, which I remember you saying is probably a placeholder, and I agree because it's the one they have for the current episode.
I showed it in the video, but I can't really
Yeah.
recall what it looks like. But I was hoping it was a placeholder at the time. But more and more, it seems that it is the style going to get with that new Harley Quinn Apocalypsean style.
The Harley Quinn Apocalyptian style is the one I'm looking forward to because I don't know how many people are aware that I have a Harley on every server, and more styles is 16 is not enough of them. We just need all of them.
But sadly, it seems that it's the only new style we are going to get. That and the Mr. Miracle belt, from what I understand.
God, I hope not. I really do hope that's a placeholder because repeating that same style again is just frustrating.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. At least enhance it and make it different somehow. No, don't enhance it. Give us something new. I'm getting frustrated now. I should calm the farm. Storm Goddess says they need to do a Wonder Woman Day with the Linda Carter outfit look. I completely agree with you. Every time I talk about my game or anything to do with Wonder Woman, my mum brings up Linda Carter. And the style is pretty iconic, and I think this is a great idea that we should do a Linda Carter outfit. I don't know how a great idea it is to have a Wonder Woman Day, because I don't know how many people would be into it. I'm into it, though.
We had it once, and then we didn't get it the next year. So it could be maybe it wasn't that popular. It's hard to tell, but they did decide to bring it back. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe they could rotate a couple of celebration days of a different character other than Batman without eliminating the Batman Day. Every year have a new character celebrated for something. That would be nice.
Well, the thing is, when they give us some styles only for a limited amount of time, if they don't bring the event to the next year, that means that if you miss the event, you're gonna have to wait 2 years, 3 years, 5 years before you can get the style again. That's all too much to ask, I think. So that the event, ideally, the events should come back at least once a year. Like right now, we have Batman Day for 2 weeks. If people miss out on, let's say, the long year Batman cowl, well, hopefully they will be able to get it next year. But then they will have to wait a whole year in order to be able to get the cowl. But if then they decide not to have Batman Day for, I don't know, the next year, the next 2 years, then someone would have to wait 4 years, 5 years to get the cowl. That's too much to ask. Sadly, it's the only way to be able to get to some of those styles. So those events have to come back at least once a year.
Yeah,
But there are styles like some of the enhanced styles we got in the past that we still cannot get. Like I'm trying to think the Bat Metal style we could not get the enhanced version for quite a bit. Now it seems to be included in the reward box for the Batman Day event. But that's assuming you were lucky enough to get it at random. So they have to give us some ways to be able to get some of those styles. Otherwise, it's if you miss out on those styles, good luck trying to get them again. But for Wonder Woman Day, yeah, it makes sense that we would have it every year, but we'll see. But for the Linda Carter style, I would love if they gave us that style, but they don't seem to want to give us some, let's say, sexy styles. Like notice how when we got the Wonder Girl style, they had to put some long pants under the skirt. We could not just get the skirt for some reason.
I mean, to be fair, you could just make the long pants skin color if you want, though.
You get the stars on the side of the pants.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you can do that, but getting the skirt, just the skirt, that would be great for my Wonder Woman character. I was so sad when I saw the pants.
Yep. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe maybe in the future.
So sadly for the next
Am I
DLC,
back now?
sorry. Oh, did you disappear?
Hmm.
Hello? Hello? I think we lost that girl from EU. Or Johnny, do you hear me?
I hear you, yeah.
Multi.
Shadow?
All right, let's try one of these.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
I guess you're gonna have to log out, log back in, or something, or plug out, plug in.
Quite possible.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I put the same code twice. My bad.
Oh, you guys can hear me.
Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear anybody else though, so that's really fun.
So you don't hear us?
Well, that's not good.
Johnny, it's your turn to. It's your turn to yap yap
just,
yap.
Yeah, just I would recommend that you just reset and just come back if you can hear us on the live stream. Bring up the chat here.
Oh wow! I can hear Johnny. I can hear Johnny.
Okay. Multi, say something. Multi, can you
Yeah.
say something? So, can you hear Multi?
Oh yeah, I hear her. I hear you, but she doesn't hear me.
No, I hear you now.
Oh, you hear
I
me
hear
now?
you both now.
Perfect.
Yep. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's all right. There's been some chat issue for quite some time now. Pretty much since we got the PlayStation 5 update and then the next DLC, there was a whole bunch of issues. The frame rate has been terrible. There lots of lag. The chat, we've seen issues with the chat we hadn't seen in years. So sadly, there's the PlayStation 5 client and the latest DLC kind of broke the game quite a bit.
It's all your
At
fault,
least it
Multi.
came back.
Sorry?
It's all your
It's
fault.
all your
apparently.
fault.
Probably.
Yep.
I don't know where I was in the chat, guys, because when I texted out that my audio had gone down, I lost my place, and I'm really sorry if I missed anybody's comments that said something awesome, which is probably all of you. But it sounds like JLA member is saying evil Sunday stream. Is it going to be evil multiverse?
Well, we have Evil Friday. Or the Sunday stream. It's going to be just another Batman Day stream, I guess.
Fair enough.
I assume Laura won't be able to be there.
That's me?
Yes.
It's weird hearing you call me Laura.
Well,
it's up to you. If you want me to be there, I will adjust my times around to make sure that I can, as I usually do for you.
come on, it's like, what, 3 a.m. for you?
Yeah, probably.
Nah, that's too much to ask. I love you.
Look.
If you want to be there,
either way.
if you want to be there, you're.
Had enough of me.
No, if you want to be there, you're welcome. It's just I don't want you to get up at 3 in the morning for that.
Oh, for my channel stuff, anything to do with YouTube, I adjust my sleep pattern to make sure I can attend to the things I need to. As long as I've got a couple of days to recoup in between, I'll be fine.
Okay.
But only if you want me there. I'm certainly not trying to invite myself. Some people get very sick of me very quickly, and if that's the case, that's fine with me too.
So I guess we'll expect you at Sunday at noon then.
Okay, sure. I will be there. And not with a villain. Phantom Flame says they just want to meet Multiverse in-game. I think someone's like a big fan, Multi.
Well, they can come to the House of Legends. We're there.
I'm wondering if maybe they were a
Phase
person
5.
who's having difficulty getting into the game at the moment. I'm not sure. And they might have wanted to meet you and can't because they can't log in. I don't know because I have obviously missed some messages. Some comments because I had to scroll back up.
That's all right. We'll
I'll
have
tell you all right now, if you guys have a hard time getting into the phase because it might be full, just send me a message. I'll put you in the group and you can phase on me directly.
Oh, that's so smart. You're so so lovely, Johnny. Sometimes. We've got someone asking, where do we use these codes? My voice is starting to disappear. So you just need to go to the marketplace and input the code there to receive your reward, guys. Gangster. Why they all here go back to Little Bohemia? We're here because multiverse is cool and we're all fangirling. Or fanning. I don't know what to call it when you don't apply a gender. It's still fangirling, right?
Well, that's all right.
We've got, oh, this is a mouthful. MOS, My Mix 99, said that it took them 10 attempts to get the codes to work. It is going quickly, guys. People are doing them as quick as they can, first in, best dressed. So you really do need to be typing as quick as you can because other people are looking at the same codes you are. We've got a lot of codes going in. Bear with me, guys. I'm still scrolling through. She sounds like she's Molly. That is by Gangster. What does that... Am I being insulted? I feel like I'm being insulted.
I have no idea what that is, so I don't know. Could be.
Maybe a person who also plays? I don't know. Do you know Johnny?
Oh, did we lose Johnny?
Oh, we've lost Johnny. Everyone's disappearing.
No, I'm here.
Oh, he's back.
Okay, I don't see that comment anywhere.
It's quite far up. I'm thinking I scrolled back up to try to reach where I was, so I wasn't missing anybody. Someone responded with their name is the Patch Face. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes I get tongue tied. And he said she's a bit ... bubbly. I'm feeling insulted, right? I'm too bubbly.
They probably saw your eating videos.
Sorry.
They probably saw your eating videos, and now they think they imagine stuff.
Oh, no. John CF said, great job, Storm. Your comment was read. I'm guessing that was the Wonder Woman comment, I believe. I'm trying to read everybody's, I will say. If I've missed anybody, it's not on purpose. And anything that's really a repeat, like asking about the codes, a lot of times I will scroll past those. But I'm trying not to miss anybody. I'd like it to be another Wonder Woman Day Linda Carter style. Someone else is agreeing. Thank you, Rose. What does mid mean? Most of you look mid, not gonna lie. That is by Gangster.
Average.
Is that another insult? It's getting insulting in there. Oh, okay.
Looks average.
I have never used mid before. I can't speak to it. A lot of you guys seem to look really good to me. I think I'm seeing a lot of really good Batmans, a lot of really good Wonder Womans as well. Oh, some people are giving me compliments in the chat.
Ah, they're so
that's
nice.
Lovely. I can't respond right now because I can't read the comments, talk, and text back messages at the same time. But thank you, Superman. You're lovely. There needs to be a Joker Day by Scarlet. Yes, please. Can we please have a Joker Day? Then I can dress as Harley.
They don't seem to want to give us stuff about villains.
They're a good bit of fun, though. I understand that the majority of players are heroes, and I am one of those people.
Joker.
But yeah,
I mean, look at the game. When was the last time we got a Joker content?
Yeah. Well, it might have
fair.
to. It might have to do also with the fact that these are bad guys, so it would be kind of encouraging or supporting bad guys, and I know that the rating of the game.
We've gotten Lex, we've gotten Cheetah, we've gotten all these other characters in multiple DLCs except for Joker. Joker's last episode he was in the last laugh. That was the last time.
Goodness, you're
For
so
some
right.
reason. For some reason, they don't seem to want to use him. At some point, it did seem like they were trying to replace him with the Batman Who Laughs for some reason. But I don't know. For some reason, they don't seem to want to use the Joker very much or at all.
Why? It's like one of the most entertaining villains.
You would think that, but they don't seem to look when they made the Joker movie, all the drama that was created around that. So
We've got Storm Goddess suggesting they need to do a day with all Justice League main characters and villains. That's a good one, because then they don't have to rotate through and we can pick whoever we like. I kind of like that plan.
Yeah, but there's only so
Seems
much.
unlikely they'll do it though.
There's only so much they can do. Like, look here, like they only gave us one new asset. It's the bat call with the long ears. So imagine if they gave us all the Justice League. That would mean at least a dozen assets to be created, and they barely managed to create one new asset for this event.
We've got real. I don't know how. Sorry, I know I went quiet for a second. I'm trying to work out how to pronounce this. Real Joed, I'm guessing. Said, man, they really dropped one of the coolest Batman cowls after I stopped playing. I'm so sorry you missed out on a cool cowl. Unless that's sarcasm, in which case you should be very happy you missed out. I'm not sure which way that went.
Well,
it's hard to garner tone.
He could still come back.
That's true. You could come back and grab yourself an awesome cowl. Mind you, you'd have to play a lot of content to try to get it, or just pay. Oh, and we're up to where my audio cut in the chat. Okay, I'm very sorry if I missed anybody's comments. I didn't mean to. I just lost audio.
That's okay.
Another one. Wonder Woman and Linda Carter style and a Themyscirian base. Oh, I would love a Themyscirian base. I'm a little disappointed with the Sunstone one for a couple of reasons, but Themyscirian would be so amazing.
I know. Or at least an Olympian base, at the very least.
Yeah, yep. I would love that.
It's been requested. It's been requested for a long time, and that didn't happen just yet. But then look at the Superman base. We were asking and asking for that for like 10 years before they finally gave it to us. So maybe someday we'll get the Wonder Woman base. Maybe not.
I would love that. I'm always walking through the game saying, I wish this was a base. I wish this was a base item. I'm kind of a pain like that. So I think that's a brilliant idea. Sorry, what are you going to say? I don't want to talk over you.
There's a lot of bases they could do. You have to wonder how they select, how they decide, okay, let's use this base. Like, they could make a base about Green Lantern. I'm sure there's a lot of Lanterns out there who would love to get a base. Teen Titans base. Even a Justice League base. Like, we don't have a Justice League base. I mean, it would seem like a no-brainer. Like, give us a Justice League base for our characters, but they didn't do that yet.
I know. It's like everything. It's like you said, anything people want, they kind of give it to you, but not the way you want. Like the Superman base, 10 years late, and then slightly kind of glitchy with the armories, and then not really being able to lay out items of furniture in places because of some reason, even though it, does the yellow, green, whatever, the circle color that says, yes, you can place it here, but no, you can't. That base has attitude. I don't appreciate it. We've got Miguel Siganes. I am so sorry, guys. I'm going to butcher people's names. I am terrible at this.
That's all right.
He said, what they did to Cersei was a crime. Her old style was perfect. I could not agree more with you. Why did they do that?
Well, see right there, that's why I don't think we'll get the Linda Carter Wonder Woman. Look at how much they had to cover Cersei because you cannot have sex anymore. That's forbidden now.
Yeah. It's unacceptable. I'm trying not to go through repeated questions, guys. Bear with me. Oh, that's still when my headset was failing. Or something was failing. Again, it's a big giveaway stream. Those codes will probably have been redeemed by other people in the stream. So just a reminder, guys, people are doing it as quick as they can. You've got to be first in, best dressed with the codes. The codes are for Future Crusader style, if I'm remembering correctly. And you will get bank bots. I think they're bank, aren't they? Hang on, you wrote it down for me.
Yeah, bank
bots and R&D scanners, 5 of each. And you need to redeem the code in the marketplace to get them. And all the codes give you the exact same reward.
Just a quick reminder to move your character so you don't get kicked.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe that's my strategy to end the stream.
You just want me gone.
Once the game kicks me out, that's it. We're done.
Yep.
How many more codes are you giving out today?
About 40 left.
Oh, nice. Wow. You're moving so fast, Multi.
How many were there?
It goes well enough.
How many was there?
I have 500 total.
For this stream.
Oh, wow.
250 for here and 250 for Sunday. We've got Oz. Sorry, go. multi.
I could try to ask for more. Maybe they would decide give me more. Well, we'll see.
Oh, I mean, if they're moving that quickly, maybe it's a good idea. They like you. You're friends. Kind of. Not really. Not really friends. We've got Ozma in the chat saying, hello, Multi, hello, Shadow Lady, and chat, hello! I noticed that Johnny was left out. I'm going to assume that's intentional because we all know what Johnny's like. Where's the next one? Did my mic cut out again, or did my joke just land really poorly?
No, the mic was fine.
It's a joke.
The mic was fine.
Looking at some other stuff.
We've got Mr. 2D. I tried playing DC on PS5 when the event started, but every time he entered a raider alert mission, he got crashed.
Yeah.
Back on PS4 version now. I have heard terrible things about the PS5 version, I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah, where there's a stream like 2-3 weeks ago where we crashed. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I've had some people tell me that they will be queuing up for a solo and wait forever to get into the solo and either not get in because they're waiting for the other players who aren't going in, or they just crash once they load in.
Well, the
really
omnibus, either there's an issue with the omnibus or the omnibus really doesn't work like it's supposed to. I don't know. It's something that was easy to predict. Way back when, some of us tried to tell them that maybe the omnibus wasn't a very good idea. But somebody at DCUO really they seem to be in love with the omnibus because they wanted to use that. That's what they decided to use, and they were going to use it no matter what we said about it. So
yeah. We've got a lot of repeat messages asking about the codes. I'm going to assume that they're just a little bit earlier on and people are aware now, I'm hoping.
That's okay.
But
We'll repeat.
Storm Goddess again said, sorry?
We'll repeat what people need to know in just a bit.
Yep. We've got Storm Goddess again saying, there's a lot of Batmans out there. Absolutely true. So many styles. I'm really, really impressed. And you know, makes my character look stupid. Which is fine. She wasn't going for anything in particular. She's just me if I were a Bat person. You know? Rise Sai says show face cam. Someone who clearly wants to know what you look like multiverse. Just he's adorable, you know.
Maybe someday. I was almost tempted to do it with when I went to Comic-Con, but the opportunity really didn't present itself. So maybe next Comic-Con we'll see.
Yep, fair enough.
You know what you should do? You should make the real life multiverse costume and then do it.
Oh, yes, please do that! That would be great. I've been thinking about doing that for myself, just making a character with brown hair and a hoodie. But I would love to see you, Multi. Please do that.
That's a tall order. I didn't make costumes in a long, long time.
Well, time to get back into it.
I love that. Jim Shugart says, we want you there with an exclamation mark. I'm hoping that's me. And thank you. That would be lovely. If I'm not laughing too much, I'm so sorry, guys. I know how I sound. More people asking about the code. Oh, the path face. No, bubbly means upbeat and excitable. Oh, good. So I don't know if I would consider that a compliment. It's just facts. I just am. I understand. We've got Phantom Flame ask.
Oh, you're cutting out.
Oh no.
Oh no, we lost her.
Let me look it up on the stream really quickly.
Time for you to take over, Johnny. It's your show now.
Where did she leave off? Let me find out here. There's people saying the instance is full. Once again, if you want in the phase, just send me a message. I'll invite you in. No problem. Shadow Knight says make the mask and logo. What server is this? This is phase 5 on the USPS server in the House of Legends. And that's it. Oh. So all the codes is for the same thing, or yes, Abby. So every single thing that you're seeing being posted, they're all the same. They're all the same thing. They're just different codes for other people to use. Hopefully, oh,
So we're almost there, guys. I'm going to give a few more codes, and we'll be done for tonight. We'll probably talk a little bit afterwards, if you guys want to stick around for that.
I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear her, Multi?
Nope, I don't hear her.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, you gotta switch back. He can't hear you.
Okay, guys, get ready. This is going to be the last code for tonight. There we go.
It's all mine.
So for those who maybe just joined us and we're not able to get a code, we are going to get more codes. We are going to give more codes on Sunday at noon. So we'll do a live stream pretty much similar to what we just did. We'll make a live stream just to give out the codes so that hopefully some of the people who cannot make it tonight because of the time zone, because they're working, because of whatever reasons, hopefully they're going to be able to make it Sunday at noon. It's noon Eastern Standard Time. Noel is saying you should do an overnight stream on DCUO one day. It's a tall order. I'm an old guy these days, spending the night playing DC Universe Online. Maybe, we'll see. Marcus West, guess I'll go get my dailies done. Sure, the time is now. Patchface, merci beaucoup. Bienvenue, Patchface.
Okay, am I back?
Yes, you're back.
My game is glitched. Everybody's invisible, and I think I disappeared.
I have the same problem. I can't see anybody.
Yeah, earlier today or yesterday, when I played the duo, my partner was invisible. It happens.
Yeah, it's a little
Time to
weird.
throw some beach balls around. Beach
Just an
party.
invisible-
Oh, Lone Wanderer is a great question. Yes, guys, even though we're doing the stream tonight, tomorrow we're still going to go live at 5. So tomorrow we'll go live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll probably play the Batman raid, whatever raid we're going to get. We'll probably play that. And I guess if we don't, we might play some Brainiac missions, or we might decide to go play some other raids. We'll see how it works out tomorrow. But yeah, we are going to be live tomorrow at 5. And depending on what raid is available tomorrow, that's probably going to be what we're going to play.
Hey, I'm back in. Okay, now that's me.
Johnny!
That took a while. There was like a solid 4
mean,
minutes where I was invisible.
Yeah, it's not fun, because then I'm left alone with multiverse, you know? Oh, great. And the sound cut again, didn't it? Having a day.
Oh, Noel is asking an important question. When does episode 48 comes out for DCUO? We don't know at this point. We know it is supposed to be released in September. It's been on the test server for a bit, so it could be released next week. It could be released a week after that. I did not really check. I'm not sure how I'm not sure if the DLC is still buggy or not. But if I was to take an educated guess, I would say we're probably going to get it the last week of September. So my guess would be September 24th. Also, Batman Day lasts until September 23rd. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get Batman Day September 23rd. And then on the 24th, we get the DLC. So if I was to take a guess, that is my educated guess. But ultimately, I don't know, guys. All I know, like you guys, is that we are supposed to get it for September. But again, probably the end of September.
My audio cut again. Oh, geez.
Again.
Oh, you're back. Hello.
Oh, Phantom Flame asks, I thought we already had a Batgirl cowl. We have two Batgirl cowl. There's the During Vigilante, and there's also the Batgirl cowl from the Justice League Dark Cursed vendor. So basically, we can make the new 52 Batgirl Barbara Gordon, and we can make the Cassie Kane Batgirl costume.
That's gonna be fun. I love that plan.
Oh, Lone Wonder is asking, are they still doing the Save the Universe event or another bonus source mark week? For the Save the Universe event, sadly, I don't think we're going to get it this year. It wasn't mentioned. It was sort of mentioned, I think, in the producer's letter in March, I think. But the latest producer's letter doesn't say anything about Save the Universe. If I was to take an educated guess, I would say we're not going to get it. Like in October, we will get the Halloween seasonal. In November, I assume we are going to get the Wonder Woman Day. In December, we'll get the Christmas seasonal. So I don't think we are going to get the Save the Universe this year. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we do get it. But it doesn't look good. It's like survival mode. I don't think we're going to get survival mode anytime soon. And sadly, for Save the Universe, either they were not able to do it for this year or something else happened.
That's a little bit heartbreaking.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna miss it if they don't do Save the Universe.
Well, if they don't do it, at least they should give us an option to be able to get the styles, like put the styles on the rare style vendor.
Yeah, that would be
If
good.
they cannot do it anymore, like they're the same for Save the Universe. Like I know a lot of people are waiting and waiting to be able to get the Superman hairstyle. Sadly, if survival mode doesn't come back, well, the Superman hairstyle doesn't come back. So they should at least give an option to be able to get it if we don't have the event. But they don't do that so far.
And the new devs tend to not let us know exactly what's happening until it's basically upon us. So
Sadly for the new devs, it's obvious that they're not going to tell us anything.
yeah,
So it's pretty much they've decided to play with their cards really close to the vest. They're not telling us anything until the very, very, very last minute, and sometimes even later on. Like there's some days where we did get the information like a day or two after we got the bonus week. So there's nothing we can do about that. So all we can do is that acknowledge that they're not going to tell us anything, and that's pretty much it. Oh, Eddie.
I'm reading.
Sorry, Eddie Abrante. He says, right when I come home from work, no more codes. There's going to be a live stream, Eddie, Sunday at noon, so that if there's some guys like you who missed out on the code for whatever reasons, we are going to give more codes Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I'll put an announcement out there to make sure that you guys know about it, or as a reminder.
Thank you guys for joining my dance party. Some people are over here dancing with me. It's good fun.
Marcus West is asking, are the new devs bad, like everyone keeps saying, because I think the game is great. The game is great, but there's a lot of new devs right now. The devs are learning to work with the game. Sadly, there are issues with the game. Like sometimes when you add new stuff to the game, you end up breaking the game. It happened also with the older devs, but at some point they learned how to work with what Red 5 would qualify as a spaghetti coding. So basically, you have to work within the code and hope not to break too much stuff. At some point, the devs did seem to have learned how to work within the code so that they wouldn't break too much. Sadly, at this point, we have a whole bunch of new devs. They don't seem to know the code all that much. Maybe they don't know the new tools all that much. Or maybe also maybe they did try new stuff and they didn't realize that it would break the game so much. So sadly, at this point, we have new devs that are still learning how to work with the game. It's sad, but that's how it is. So,
I don't have anything bad to say about the devs.
well, they don't talk to us. Isn't
But I
that
also
bad?
don't interact with them. Yeah, I guess that's kind of bad, but I also can kind of see the perspective of maybe they're trying not to because they don't know their timeframes for getting things completed at this stage, where they're trying to do stuff, but if they let us know and then they fail, we're going to give them hell, you know? So
Well,
maybe they're trying to save their own butts for a short period of time. If
yeah,
it changes, I'll be happy. If it sticks this way, I won't be.
yeah, but it's a lose-lose scenario because if they don't tell us anything, we're going to give them hell anyway. So at least
Yes.
if they do tell us if they do tell us something and then it doesn't happen, then they could tell us, listen guys, we tried, didn't work. We'll try
Yeah.
to do it for next time.
But then I won't know what I'm missing out on. I'm happier in ignorance, I suppose.
Oh, Zeratu is asking, is Captain Multiverse your brother? Not at all. No relation at all. Solarius, need to fix art swap. Sadly, it seems if we listen to Obsidian Chill and some of the talks he had with the devs, it almost seems like it's intended. It doesn't make sense to me, and obviously, a lot of people. You would think that anyone with common sense would see that as an exploit, but there's some people that I guess people who use art swap and who don't want to lose it are trying very hard to defend it and say no, no, it's intended. And obviously, the devs do profit from that. If people do art swap, that means that they are going to level up a whole bunch of artifacts. So they're going to spend money on those artifacts.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much in the devs' best interest not to fix it, and it's in people's best interest to keep on using it.
Reminds me of the gem.
Phantom Dev says, plus it's older technology. Yeah, there's probably a bit of that. So the devs have to learn the old tricks. That's yeah, that might be part of the issue. One thing I've realized way back when, at some point I was working in a studio and I was supervising a department. And the one thing I've learned very quickly is that there's a lot of knowledge that gets lost over time. I would get people who came out of school who had learned to work in animation, and when I would interview them, I would realize that there was some very 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 basic information that they just didn't know about. So sadly, there is a lot of knowledge that gets lost over time, and colleges are one of the early guilty parties. They don't seem to teach older stuff to their students. And I can understand that sometimes there's some older stuff that is obsolete, but sometimes you still need to know where you came from to understand what you're doing right now. And very often, none of the people I interviewed knew anything about what happened before a certain date, before a certain time. Like way back when the cutoff was the 90s. I remember way back when we got to Jurassic Park. Any movies before Jurassic Park, young kids wouldn't watch those movies. They didn't know anything about those movies. And the same with various technologies or various ways to do things. But then as time goes by, it was a sliding scale. At some point, it was people didn't know anything before the year 2000. And then people didn't know anything before the year 2010. Now it would seem that a lot of people don't know anything from before 2016. So there's always this weird cutoff date that a lot of information from before 2016, a lot of people don't seem to know about that. And I would take a wild guess that it is true for gaming. A lot of game devs probably don't know how to use technologies from before 2016 or more. They probably don't know anything from before 2016. I don't know. What say you about that, Shadow Lady or Johnny?
I agree with you. I don't think many people know much, and I am one of those people. I don't have a lot of knowledge. Anytime I have questions about anything to do with this, I always ask you because you know everything.
I do, don't I?
You do, yeah. I don't know if you should get a swelled head about it, though. Stay calm. Johnny? Is Johnny gone?
Oh no, we lost Johnny again.
He and I both keep cutting out for some reason. I think I'm just going to blame you and say it's probably all of your setup that's messing it up.
Nah, Johnny probably just went to the bathroom or he went to see his dog or something. I don't think it was cut off. because he's not moving either.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. He's probably nicked off or something.
And let's take a minute to look around. So we have some pretty cool costumes. Oh, Johnny did turn around. We have a pretty cool classic Nightwing over here. Is that supposed to be E-Man? No, the mustache.
I love the gold though. Very cool.
Obviously, we have a few cool Batman.
I'm surrounded by the main three from the Justice League.
Oh yeah.
You guys are so fun.
We have
Is it
pretty
weird
cool.
to feel self-conscious when it's a character and not actually me? Because I kind of feel like that right now.
Oh, we have pretty cool Jay Garrick Flash. Pretty cool Robin.
Some people are so creative.
Oh
They
yeah.
do such a good job.
Oh,
That Flash
we heard
is amazing.
Johnny for half a
Johnny!
word. We heard him a bit again. Ah, we have a cool Deadpool here with the mutant skin.
Can you hear me
Oh,
now?
so good.
Yeah, we hear you.
That is so smart. What a good way to use the mutant skin. Oh, that is a great Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
I
Did-
love it.
did you
look
get-
so good?
You didn't get the skin, did you?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. Because I thought you got the
remember
10.
you told me off because I put black as one of my swatches when it had a glowing swatch.
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
like, don't use black. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid.
Not sure what.
I didn't use black. I have a mutant character, but I'm upset that it's not unlockable in other characters, I will say. And
Yeah.
I've never seen someone utilize it so well as that. That's beautiful. Oh,
It is pretty cool.
yeah. I'm a little jealous. People think of such clever things. And I love Deadpool, so.
Okay.
I haven't seen the most recent Deadpool and Wolverine, though. And I need to. I just don't have a lot of time.
So
I make time for multiverse, but apparently not for watching things.
This
that
is
I
very
watch.
nice.
So I won't tell you the dog dies in the end.
Oh, I'm not a person who gets bothered by spoilers. You could tell me the whole plot and I still will enjoy it no matter what. So, nice try.
Yeah, I can tell you what. I'll tell you what happens. Thanos comes and slaps everybody out of existence.
Oh yeah, that seems likely.
Could have been.
Yeah. Yeah, the TVA is variants of him with the Infinity Stones. Remember in the
The fact
Loki
that
series?
multiverse said could have been means that it definitely isn't the case. So.
Well, it is in the Marvel universe, so it could have happened.
I know, but the
Yeah.
fact that you said it could have been means that it didn't. And the fact that I didn't believe him was probably smart. They're not going to steal the plot that's already in movies and put it in another movie. That's just silly. I'm
Wow.
not gullible, but that was not going to do it. You need to be a little bit smarter with, tricking me into things. Just a little bit.
Let's take a look at a few questions. So, Earth 1 Nightwing, do you think they will do more Nightwing and Robin styles? We don't know. At this point, it's anyone's guess. I don't know why they decided to make certain characters. Like, basically, they gave us the Red Tool at some point, and now we know why. Because the Red Tool will be one of the NPCs in the next DLC. So they gave us the Red Tool style because they were already going to add that style in the game. But for Nightwing and Robin, we don't know. We've been asking for Nightwing or Robin emblems and Nightwing emblems. And the one time where they did give us those emblems, it was the cartoony faces from the Teen Titan Time Capsule. So, are they going to give us the Robin emblem eventually? We don't know.
I won't be upset if they don't. Robin is one of my least favorite characters. He annoys me.
I agree.
Thank
Okay,
you!
I don't mind. I don't mind their personas as Nightwing and Jason and Red Robin. I just don't like them as Robin.
Yep, fair. Agreed.
Well, you guys have to read the new Teen Titans, the first, I don't know,
No, don't.
50 or so issues.
I'm probably not going to do that.
And come on, that would show you that Dick Grayson was a pretty good Robin at the time.
I don't
Nah,
want my opinion
okay.
changed on this. I'm happy to stick where I am and dislike him. You know, you don't need to change my
Yeah,
mind.
same here.
Nice to have someone on my side. It doesn't happen often.
Now we have to.
And you know what? Same with Superman. Okay, I not that I hate the character. I just think that the way the character is structured over the generations of time is very, how should I say, lightly, in my opinion, kind of like BS. In my opinion, like it's just like. It's just a bunch of random. It's like at some point you're fighting against a kid at a playground when you're younger, and it's like this kid makes up a bunch of rules as he goes just so you can win. That's kind of how I feel about Superman. Like is that he's a kid that just makes up the rules as he goes.
You mean about Robin?
No, about Superman.
Oh, okay. I
No,
missed something there.
it is a bit like you're saying, but there are actual rules for Superman. Sadly, most writers don't follow them, which is why there's this problem with what is known as verisimilitude, basically believability. When in order to make something like Superman believable, you have to establish certain ground rules, and then you have to stick to it. The problem is that there are rules that have been established with Superman for quite some time. Sadly, when the writers write themselves in the corner, well, they break those rules to try to do instead of twisting their story so that it follows the rules. What they end up doing is that they break up the rules in order to tell the story they want to tell. And it's an issue.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you an instance. Okay, there's an instance where you have Batman. Batman's always been known to be smarter than Superman, right? But then there's an instance that is like, oh, actually, Superman is from a superior alien race that's smarter, and it's only been displayed like one or two times. And in every other iteration, Batman's able to outsmart Superman. So, like, which is it? Is he smarter than Superman? Is Batman smarter than Superman, or is Superman smarter than Batman?
Well,
it
that's
makes no sense. They can't make up their mind.
that's my point. Is that the writers. Some writers, instead of following the rules, they want to tell a specific story, and in order to do that, they break the rules. And that's one of the issues we've had with comics for quite some time, is that a lot of writers do that. They throw out of the window what we know about the character, and then they break the rules, basically, and then the story doesn't work, and sometimes you don't know why it doesn't work. You know it doesn't work, you don't know exactly why it doesn't work. And usually that is why. It's because they broke the rule. Like imagine if we had a story where Superman is about to fall off a cliff. The issue ends on a cliffhanger. Superman fell off the cliff, and oh my God, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna die? And then the next issue, you see him just flying around as if nothing happened because he can fly. So one of the issue I have with Batman Hush. I know it's one of the popular Batman stories, but when I started reading the comic and then I saw the scene with Batman falling off a rooftop, I again they broke the rule to fit within their story. They needed Batman to have to need a brain surgeon so that they could bring him his friend, the brain surgeon, into the story. But in order to do that, they had to have Batman fall off a building, which again makes no sense until under the rules that have been established with Batman. I've made a video about that, how Batman Hush should have ended, because basically throughout the years we've seen time and time and time again where Batman would fall, no problem, he would pick up a batarang, throw it, and swing to safety. And somehow that one time he was not able to do that. So sadly, sometimes in order to be able to tell the story they want to tell, they end up breaking the rules, and then you end up with a story that doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's really hard. Right? It's very annoying whenever they have something that they kind of destroy the canon about, ruin what you know of a character to try and save their plot line or keep them alive when they should have died or anything like that. It annoys me.
Well, this is what I find funny. Okay, this is one of the funniest things. Like, I'm a huge Batman fan, but this is the funniest things. This is one of the funniest things. Okay, Batman can dodge Omega beams, beat gods, and defeat all these like superhuman teams and whatnot. And yet, when he fights his own road gallery, which are like sub-level humans for the most part, he gets his ass whooped by a drug addict, muscle-bound guy. Like, what?
Of course.
It's like, what? You just defeated a Darkseid. You just defeated an entire Lantern Corps. You just defeated all these characters that are really uber powerful, and you're getting destroyed by a guy who has a drug addiction. Are you kidding me? And a clown.
Well, it comes down to whatever the writer wants to do. It's pretty much that simple. Noel Milan is asking, Multiverse, have you ever played Diablo 4? Nah, I did not play Diablo 4. I was planning to at some point, and I just couldn't find the time to do it. Phantom Flame, you guys are in the Watchtower. No, we're in the House of Legends. We are where Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are, but it's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of us right now.
Yeah, having a party. Or not really. I'm sitting on the floor. It's not really a party. Just chilling with a vampire and Superman. And Batman.
Patchface, not only 90s suit with the gold collar and stuff. I would love to get that collar. We do have the Deadman style that kind of helps us to create that look, but not really. I don't expect them to ever give us that style, but I've been wrong before, so let's hope they do. Which Robin that you least like? I would have to say Tim Drake. Tim Drake is I would say the lesser Robin in my book. I don't like Damian Wayne all that much. They're trying too hard to make him angry and gritty, and but
That's what I don't like about him. He's irritating.
but Tim Drake
Anyway,
is almost has no personality, if it makes sense.
Yeah, there's not a single Robin that I actually like. I'm going to be honest.
Raging Provoker, where do we put the codes again? You have to go to the marketplace. Let me show you. At this point, the codes are probably all taken, but just to be safe, so you go to the marketplace. You'll know Sunday we are going to give some more codes. So if you go to redeem claim, you'll see there's a spot where you can enter some codes. So you put in the code you want, and ideally it would give you some rewards. So for tonight, the codes are probably already all taken, but I'm going to give some more codes on Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys were not able to get a code for tonight, just come Sunday, we'll give out some more codes.
Alright, just as a test, I want to see how many people we can get to sit down in front of Multiverse. If everybody can sit
At the
down, I just
speed of
want to see.
multiverse, almighty multiverse. The multiverse? It sounds more impactful if it's the multiverse, right?
Both
With
works.
all his followers sitting at his feet.
Actually, if I could, I would just use multiverse, but sadly the name is already taken.
I know, but I think the multiverse suits you. It means like you're the only one, you know? It's slightly more arrogant than just multiverse. We've got a few sitting.
I like arrogance.
I know, right? It suits you, arrogance, I will say. We've got Deadpool floating above us.
Raging Provoker is asking, Multiverse, have you ever played the Squad versus the Justice League? Nah, I haven't tried the game just yet. I was told at some point that the game was going to go free to play. Somehow it didn't happen. Like it was free to play for like a half a day or something for a specific console or something like that. So I didn't get the chance to try it out. And seeing some of the decisions they made, like Mrs. Freeze, I don't know. I don't really want to play that game. We'll see.
I must admit, I saw some cuts from it and it deterred me. Like, I was interested, and then the first thing I did was see a few cuts online and was like, it seems so mean. I know that's probably a pathetic standpoint to take, but it's too mean and I didn't like it, so I don't want to play.
Well, it kind of shows how a bit dishonest they are. Like, if they wanted to have an ice villain, there was no need at all to change Mr. Freeze. You could have kept Mr. Freeze.
I don't like when they do that.
You could have kept Mr. Freeze, and use Killer Frost. It's like if Killer Frost didn't exist, I could almost understand. But we already have some ice-powered villains and some ice-powered female villains. So if the goal was to have a female villain that uses ice power, yeah, go with Frost. But again, that's why again I don't think we'll get the Linda Carter costume, because they probably didn't use Killer Frost because she probably was too sexy for them. It's sad, but that's pretty much how it is right now.
That's pathetic, but yes, probably true.
Honestly, I honestly think that would have been way better off, with Killer Frost. I think Killer Frost is a way more likable character than a female version of Victor Freeze. Don't get me wrong, all right? I like Victor Freeze, but I don't know who the hell this other person is. You know?
Yeah.
I hate
Check
when
with.
they do that, when they're grabbing characters that already exist and they start changing them for I don't know what reason, but keep who we love, make new ones if you want. I don't know. It bothers me.
Yeah. Shaquille Sobion is asking, do you play multiverses? Nah, it's not really my kind of game. It seemed like a neat idea for about half a second, but it's really not. I really don't care about those kind of games.
The game's actually cool though, in terms of the modding community. Like you can mod your own skins on them and play as any character you want. So in terms of the modding side, it's actually really cool. Now in terms of the base game, it's kind of lackluster. I will admit, you get bored of it. But if you like download your own mods and skins on it, it just makes it way more fun.
Tio is
So
asking, is it possible to merge EU and US servers as one? They did that for some of the servers, I think. Shadow Lady can confirm that. But
Yeah.
I think like if they merge, let's say the Xbox EU and the Xbox US together, that's fine. But if they try to merge, let's say the PlayStation EU with let's say Xbox US, then they would have to pay some sort of fees to PlayStation, and they don't want to do that. Which is why like if you see them merge servers, they merge Xbox with Xbox, but they won't merge Xbox with PlayStation. Can you
Ever
what?
since I've played, Xbox has been one server for everybody, but I do know that it was merged preceding when I started playing DC. Switch server was only merged last year. And yeah, here you've got like a merge of PC and PS for US and PC and PS for EU. I'm pretty sure if they try to merge anything across two PS, like you said, I think it's going to be a fee. Because those other two both exist as a full server for everybody. So no matter what they do, if they're trying to bring them across, I think it's going to cost. And I find it very unlikely they're going to try to merge Switch with anything.
Mr. Social Security says, "Can I get a code?" We gave out all the codes for today, but Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time, we will give out some more codes. Punch says, "Killer is a Flash villain from Star Labs." It doesn't really matter. The game also is about the Suicide Squad, and she was part of the Suicide Squad at various points. So they could have used Killer Frost, but obviously they did not want to do that. Captain Cold
I
could have been
forgot about
another
that.
option, although they probably want to try to balance the amount of male and female characters. So Killer Frost would seem the obvious replacement, but again, they that's not what they did. They decided to replace Mr. Freeze with Mrs. Freeze, as opposed to using Killer Frost, which was already there.
Was it at
You know
least
why
an
I think they
alternate
did
universe?
that though?
Because I don't know.
I think it was a simple way of just trying to like please the Arkham fans, even though they did it the wrong way, because they saw it as an opportunity to give us like skins that were based on the Arkham versions.
Hunter is asking, if I get the respect station from Marketplace, will give me infinite respects, and is it worth it? Uh, yeah, technically it would give you infinite respects, although I think you have to. It's been a while since I respected.
Still have to pay.
You pay, what is it $500 or
Yeah.
something like that? Okay, so you still
I
have to
think
pay
so.
$500
It increases
bucks.
on the same day if you do it, and then it goes back to 500 when you load in for the next day.
So,
believe.
but you will be able to do it from your lair. And yeah, it's worth it. It saves you a trip to the Watchtower or to the House of Legends. Like if you need to respect, then you can do that straight from your lair, as opposed to having to travel to the House of Legends.
Which is convenient because that's usually where your armories are to save the respec. So
Sure.
I find it handy, worth it.
DSN TD and T says, "Yep, Nintendo Switch was merged this January." So they can
Yeah.
merge the platform, they could merge Nintendo Switch with Nintendo Switch. They could merge Xbox with Xbox, but the issue comes when they try to merge PlayStation with Xbox. Raging Provoker, merging isn't impossible. It's just very expensive to do. Every update costs money, and they are not cheap. So yeah, so that's probably the one reason why DC Universe Online is not doing it. Basically, whenever they would do an update, they would have to pay PlayStation, the PlayStation Network, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Yeah, Steve. For today, we're done with the giveaways. But Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time, we'll give out some more codes.
He's so generous.
Always. I should say, are you going to give codes, Miss Shadow Lady?
I am. You have gifted me some codes, and I will be giving them away on my channel, most likely in my video that will come out for most of you Sunday evening, some of you Monday morning, depending where you are in the world. And there is only 10 because I don't have as many viewers as Multi, obviously. But Multi was generous and gave me some. It'll be first in, best dressed. But I do it a little bit differently from him. I make sure the people who get in my comment section and say whatever they need to say in order to get the code will receive the code personally through another avenue, usually Instagram. But I'm flexible with where I can send the code to. So if you exist somewhere else and need it sent that way, that's the way I do it. So a little bit more tricky, I'm sorry, but at least guaranteed that people who ask for it get it, and only one per person. And thank you, Multi. He spoils me, I will say.
I do what I can.
Well, I wouldn't have any were it not for you. It's the second time you've given me codes. That's why your name is Gentleman Multi, you know?
I'll put a link to Shadow Lady's channel after the stream. I'll put it in the comments in the description or in the comment section. Unless Shadow Lady, if you want to put the link in the chat right now.
Oh, sure, I can do that.
But I'll put a link in the comment section after the stream if you guys want to go see our channel.
Yep. And if you're not interested, I completely understand. I'm a little bit slapsticky and I laugh a bit too much, and my channel is more for fun. So feel free to just not go there if you're not interested.
Are you saying my channel is in fun?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Just making sure.
No, I'm saying that you are OG and you know all the information. I am not, and I play for fun. So I don't know everything about leveling. I don't know all of the feats and that sort of thing. So if they're looking for information that's going to be helpful, I'm not always that person.
I play for fun too.
I know. But you also know all of the information. You know? You're like an encyclopedic person that walks around with DC knowledge. It's beautiful.
So any subjects you want to talk about?
In particular, I don't remember what I suggested. I made suggestions the other day. I think that one that you have said we would talk about is the newest content. I don't know. Have we discussed that?
Yeah, but there isn't that much really to talk about, unless you know something I don't.
I don't think so. We talked about the styles, and I really like the open world, though. I will say some of it is a little frustrating. I think they'll change it because as soon as that sort of thing happens, I have a pop-up coming up. No, thanks. As soon as this comes onto live, and there are a lot of people doing it, I think some people are going to miss out on the convoy section. But I'm doing a video on that soon anyway, so it's not really relevant right now, I suppose. And I do like the Harley style because we all know I have a Harley addiction.
That's okay. Well, Harley is somewhat popular, but DC is really working really hard to try to push that character. And sadly, I don't think it's working all that well.
I agree. I think it's ruining her a little bit for me. I liked her how she was with Joker, I guess, is the best way to put that. In most iterations, not all, but most that I've seen, I really enjoy her character. I think her motivation is interesting. I think the way she thinks is warped, and I enjoy it. I just find it fun to watch. And the fact that she's like the opposite of me, except for the kind of being amused all of the time, is, you know, entertaining. And I enjoy it. And I enjoy watching her in Joker, which is why when someone suggested Joker Day, I was on board. Because I would just create a Harley character that looks, you know, Joker-y, which I already have done a little bit.
It's just that DC are working really hard to push the character, and it doesn't seem to be working.
I don't like it as much, though.
But it doesn't seem to be working on that well on various levels. Like the comic cannot even crack at 15,000 copies at this point. If it was any other comic, it probably would have been canceled a long time ago. But because they are trying to push that character, they're still publishing the comic, even though the sales don't justify it. We saw also with the movies, the interest in the movies, not so much. And the worst part is that Margot Robbie was a great Harley Quinn. She was perfect for the role. But holy crap, the movies she was in, not so much. So
Yeah.
so for the movie, although she is going to be in the Joker, the second Joker movie, so but again, it's not even going to be the same Harley Quinn. Like it's pretty much a different
Yeah.
character. Whenever they use Harley Quinn, they pretty much turn her into a different character every time. So no wonder that they're trying to get to. No wonder they're having a hard time building an audience around Harley Quinn, because whenever we see Harley Quinn, it's a new version of Harley Quinn, or it's a new Harley Quinn that's nothing like the previous version. So it's kind of hard to build
It
an
is a little
audience.
confusing
Yes.
because a lot of they seem to be pushing not just this, but just in general, rather than doing things that are monetarily valuable to them. A lot of people seem to be creating stuff that is pushing for something that I don't really understand and changing things for reasons that I don't really understand, but not gaining the money from it. I mean, isn't shouldn't things be money driven? If it's not doing well, there's probably a reason and move on. And I agree with you. I think that Harley's character is kind of falling a little bit, and I like her less and less. So I just don't pay attention to that content, and only just remember the things that I do like about her.
We have a few comments here. So they are dragging Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn needs a better costume. It's her true weakness. Well, I guess it depends. Like I like her classic costume, like the costume she had in the animated series. But I know that there are some
Bodysuit.
people. Yeah, I know there are some people who prefer our costume from Injustice. But right there, it's part of the issue, I guess, is that it creates a cleavage in the fan base. So you have the fans who like the old costume, then you have the fans who like the Injustice costumes, and if you go one step further, and then you have the fans who like the cartoon, which is again a totally different version of the character, and then you go to the movie side, and in the movies, Harley Quinn kind of sort of is inspired by the version from the game, but again it's a different version, so every time they kind of fracture the audience, and it's kind of hard to get a huge audience for Harley Quinn if you take the existing audience and break it into 1,000 pieces. What say you?
See, for me, I think this, okay? I think Harley Quinn should always have the red and black no matter what. And I think that that occasionally she should be going back and forth between having the jester hat and then her blue and red hair. Just to kind of, but no matter what, I still think the red and black pattern should always be her theme, no matter what.
Yeah, I agree with you both. I love the red and black. I love the original Harley Quinn bodysuit the most. I love the jester hat. I also do love the ponytails, so Johnny's suggestion there is a really good one. I think the more modern stuff they put her in, I like her less, and she seems less like a superhero, more like someone who just got up and was like, I'm going to go fight crime today, or I'm going to go be a criminal today, depending on where we are in her timeline. So, I don't know. I like the original style. I do agree that she could use a little bit more armor maybe put to it, something that protects her a little, but other than that, that's all I really think, And I love Harley, and I don't like them destroying her.
And then also
My favorite version, my favorite version is the Arkham style one, and the what's it called, the actual classic ones where she just has that slim black and red suit with the jester hat. Those are my two favorite versions.
Yes, agreed. Yes.
And then, of course, with the Cape Crusader show, they created even more brand confusion by creating an entire new version of Harley Quinn for that show. So,
Yeah. I don't like it.
I actually don't mind the show. But at the same time, like I like the humor in the show, but I don't like the background story of the character. If that makes sense, like the humor's there, and the darkness is there, but the background story and the story overall just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
sorry, I ended up switching phases. I was trying to do something, and the menu was uber laggy.
You ran away from us.
I'll try to come back, but
You are pretty intimidating. Look at the
the
group.
phase is probably full.
Do you need to be invited?
Probably. Let's see.
I'll group you. Probably everyone will try to do it now.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You're already in a group. Phase with whoever you're in a group with.
Earth One Nightwing is asking a question that's very popular, let's say. What would you say is the best way to make money in game? There's no miracle. You have to use a broker. That's how you can make money in this universe online. And sadly, I cannot tell you. I cannot suggest you items to sell because that changes all the time. Like items that are popular right now that could sell for a lot of money right now, in 3 months, 6 months, maybe you're not going to be able to make money selling those items, or in 3 weeks. Like not too long ago, we had what did we have?
With the most recent event? Or...
The booster bundles. Like we had some of the booster bundles, and some of the items in those bundles were not very valuable at the time. But since then, the value did go up a little bit, but still not very much. Maybe in 2 months, 3 months, those items will be more valuable. But right now, they're not worth as much. So depending on when you try to sell an item, the value of the item will be different. And there are some items that are probably always valuable, but these are rare items that are very difficult to get. So at the end of the day, use a broker, sell everything you don't need on the broker. But I cannot really tell you specifically what to sell because that changes all the time. Any suggestion, Johnny?
I mean, there are some consistent ways to make money. Like, for example, grinding your ass off and on old episodes and going through the vendors and just buying like random auras and materials that just normally always sell well on the broker. And there are certain things that you can get some small time money that's easy. Like, for example, selling mega compounds and like your what's called alliances and whatnot. So there are like fast ways to get money, but that's about it.
So anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it quits?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, that's okay.
No, I think we're good.
Anything. I'm happy to chat, but yeah, whatever you like.
Think about it, and we'll chat some more on Sunday then.
Oh, beautiful.
So I guess we're going to call it quits right now. So again, guys, if you were not able to get a code, we are going to give more codes on Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and of course tomorrow we will have live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll play whatever Batman Day mission we have tomorrow, and then we'll probably play at least one, maybe two of the Brainiac missions. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Unless maybe tomorrow we could try to play maybe another DLC than the Brainiac Returns DLC. We'll see.
Cool. I probably won't be here for that.
Oh, I'm so sad now.
Oh, that sounded sarcastic.
No, I'm serious. I will be sad. So any last words?
When you're playing content, it's not. My character is not built up on here. I don't want to take someone who's a good player's place.
So any last words you guys want to say before we go?
Have a good one, guys.
I guess we lost Johnny again.
Nope, I'm here.
I would like to say thank you for having me on your channel, Multi. It's always fun.
Anytime. We'll see you again Sunday, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
If you can. If you can't, it's fine. I understand that in the middle of the night, it might not be a good idea.
Nah, it's alright. I'll sleep early and then sleep after.
So, Johnny, anything you want to add?
No, I'm good. Just have a good Friday, everyone, tomorrow, and have a good rest of your night, everybody, or morning, depending where you are.
Shadow Lady, did you put a link to your channel?
I did. I can do it again if you like.
Yeah, do it again. Shaq Willie is asking about it.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sorry, Johnny. Finish up.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay.
I am all finito.
So, guys, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for those of you who came to chat with us. You guys are awesome. So, again, tomorrow we will be live at 5 Eastern Standard 5. Tomorrow we will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll try to play some missions. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Peace.